welcome to.
Yeah, hello.
You're looking at the
Happy
most depressed Chelsea
Ronaldo.
fan.
Happy again.
Fucking load of bollocks. Right, lads, what's happening? I am Collie, your host for this evening. Don't know how long it'll last, but we'll see. Lads, I'm sorry. I'm just so not interested in football anymore. I don't even know why we're bothering doing this, but we'll continue it. Paddy, what's happening?
Hey, how's it going? Almost going into the break. Really, really happy in terms of my club and results. Great.
Almost really happy.
Yeah,
Almost really happy.
Then we have this little incident going on at the moment, which I'm sure we'll talk about later.
Oh, that'll be coming up. Connor, we have you as well. What's happening?
I'm happy as well.
Yeah.
For the first time in about a year.
I don't like this. This is a shit feeling, and I don't like football. I don't like Chelsea. I don't like Potter. Yeah,
Chris?
we'll get into it in a minute. Lads, we're going to be looking at the weekend fixtures, unfortunately. We have to talk about what happened on the weekend. We're going to look at some news that came this week, lads. Some exclusive interviews. I have clips of it that we're going to show. We may get fucked off. I don't know. But we'll go for it. I don't know. We'll test the waters. We shouldn't get fucked off, but it might just get cancelled. We'll have to take it out of the YouTube. So fuck it. We'll try it and see what happens.
Piers Morgan will come into your bedroom and get you an
Piers Brosnan. So we're gonna be chatting about Ronaldo, and then lads, we're gonna have a look at the fancy football. We'll have a quick look at the league, see where everyone is, and then we're gonna be doing the World Cup draw, lads. We are doing the sweepstakes for the World Cup draw. I didn't actually think we were gonna go ahead and do one, and then for some reason I got a little rush of blood today to the head and said, "Fuck it, you know what? I'll put it out there and see if we can get people." So I have to reconfirm everybody. What?
You're short on cash.
You're short on cash, yeah. I need the £50, like so.
Who's just resting in my account?
Yeah, so we'll do that later. But lads, we're gonna jump into the very first thing, and we'll get the show on the road with the weekend review.
Like seriously, we were number 2 in where was it? Malaysia. And my graphic still looks like I'm a born victim. Get it fucking.
You now look like your screen is very bright. Or your light is very bright, Paddy. It looks realistic now. Yeah. But anyway, Liverpool won 3-1 against Southampton. Connor, talk to me.
Game they would have lost like 4 weeks ago. Like they just would have lost it. So delighted that they actually went out, killed the game when Southampton started getting on top, and the third goal was just a result of Southampton's pressing. So, yeah, happy back to the way Liverpool. They would have done that last season, the year before. They would have just seen teams off at home, and yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that they've hit this run and now they're going away for like 2 months. But whatever.
I gave you a lot of stick about Klopp being under pressure, and Paddy, I think you probably agreed with me in a lot of it, like that Klopp should have been under pressure because they weren't really getting the results. They now sit a point ahead of Chelsea and 2 spots ahead of them, and I'm still seeing people saying that Potter isn't under pressure.
And who else is ahead of Chelsea?
Look, it's not important who's ahead of Chelsea at the moment, right? It's what we can do in the future that's going to be the telltale. So, Connor, happy with the result? Happy with how they performed? Any standout performances for you?
At the weekend, I thought Harvey Elliott was outstanding. Kind of coming into that new role. Coming into him.
Behave yourself. Jesus.
He's only
coming into that new role. That's not quite a winger. It's not quite a midfielder. It's not quite a forward. He just kind of floats around. Seems to be working. Thiago, obviously, big one to have. And I'm delighted he's not going to the World Cup because destined to go to the World Cup, play 10 minutes, get injured, and be out for the rest of the season. Right. So happy he's staying. Salah played pretty well as well. Kind of played through the middle early on, and then went back out onto the right. Seems to be like his old self a little bit, hassling. And Darwin Núñez got 2 goals.
Lads, why is Darwin Núñez bald in my FIFA?
He's bald in my FIFA as well after you said it.
What is that? What's that all about?
I think they're changing his hair for the World Cup, and then I just forgot to put it back on.
Or maybe did he shave his head for the World Cup? Maybe
no, he didn't.
No, he's still a bit
like a man bun, so I don't know what the story is.
It's fucking strange. Paddy, what's your thoughts on Liverpool now?
I still hate them. That's it. You could see the result coming over the past couple of weeks since that win in the Champions League against Napoli. You could see them, getting themselves together. It was only a matter of time before they pulled a couple of wins together. Their team is too good. A lot of injuries at the start of the season. Still not, a City standard by a long shot. And I would be very, very surprised if Liverpool won the league under Klopp unless this sale goes through and a big influx of money comes in. Because, no one can get near them. But credit where it's due, they're nearly up at the Champions League spot. There isn't actually that much between any of the top six, really. I think it's like 10 points is the most or something like that, which is nothing really. So I look forward to the second half of the season. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, so am I.
Relegation battle of Chelsea.
Yeah, coming in there from Brian Irwin picking up form Liverpool. Yep, hopefully not for long. Right, lads. Look, Conor, nothing else to add to Liverpool winning?
No, it's just a disappointing time for the break to come. Hopefully no one gets injured during the World Cup, or I think they're playing this tournament in Dubai with Arsenal. It's 4 points for a win, 3 points for a draw, and after every game there's a penalty shootout, regardless of the result. And if you win the penalty shootout, you get an extra point. Dubai Cup or something starts.
That is such a Dubai thing to do.
Every game has a penalty shootout at the end of it, regardless of the result. If you win the penalty shootout, you get a point. So hopefully no one gets injured in that fucking $1 million competition.
Yeah. They all get paid 10 million each. That is such a fucking Dubai Cup I've ever heard of. Right, we'll move on.
What about you, Polly? What do you think about the Liverpool game?
To be honest with you, I hope they all die. I hate Liverpool. I know. I'm only saying that. No, I'm only saying that because I'm slightly depressed about Chelsea. Now Liverpool, fair play to them. They're obviously going to head to Chelsea. So yeah, whatever. Lads, I don't know if anybody watched this match, but fuck me. Chelsea are atrocious. Paddy, did you watch this? Did you see any of this?
I watched the highlights. Newcastle are good though. They're decent.
They are good. Now I got a little bit of stick because people felt that I wasn't giving Newcastle enough credit for beating Chelsea, where I just said Chelsea were shit and that was it. In fairness to Newcastle, I think I was on an Insta Live and there was a couple of Newcastle fans on as well. I was saying, no, fair play to Newcastle. They have been class this season. Eddie Howe has been doing really well. So I do give them a bit of credit. When I say a bit of credit, I mean a fucking tiny bit of credit because I think Potter is completely fucking us over. I'm at the end of me tether with Potter, and
you know it's bad when you say end of your tether. That's past.
I know.
Yeah,
it's gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm holding on like that. I'm like dangling down like that. I am. I just cannot bring myself around, and I don't think I think he could come back and win the league, and I still wouldn't be excited to watch Chelsea play under him.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Exactly, and that is I'm fucking done with watching that fucking stupid cunt Ruben Loftus-Cheek play. I can't describe how bad of a footballer that fella is for the size of him. He should be absolutely rinsing players, and he just doesn't have it in him. Doesn't have the ability. So the biggest issue I've got with Klopp is his team selection and the formations that he keeps playing.
With Klopp?
Is that what I said, is it?
Yeah, what? Is that your dream of being Chelsea?
Sorry. With Potter, obviously, is what I meant. Chris Potter, yeah. So the biggest issue I have is that he keeps... Which is the vent to the manager. He keeps fucking around with the formation and he keeps fucking around with all the players. And he has Pulisic, Ziyech, Havertz and Aubameyang sitting on the fucking bench when Chelsea can't score. For the first time in 12 years, since 2012, we failed to win in 5 consecutive Premier League games. It's the first time no, it's bad maths. It's 11. Well, it's 10, I suppose. So it's the first time in 12 years, or since 2012, that we haven't won a game in 5 consecutive Premier League games, lads. That's fucking atrocious. And I still see people say give him time. Chelsea aren't the team that give fucking managers time. And why would we change to be this team? If we've had success not doing that, so why would you change a winning formula? Don't give a manager time. Fuck that. Get a manager that's ready to come in now. We're not a fucking feeder club to someone else. Like,
it's not as if Potter has a legacy of winning leagues in other countries. He's never won a league. Like, you know, he's like, it's very miserly.
He won the Northwestern Championship with Coventry University.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Oh yeah, deadly. No, I can't. And people always say to me, "Oh, would you not like look at the wonders he done with Brighton?" Yeah, Brighton are sitting fucking ahead of us now.
Ostergaard as well was the other one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So, I can't bring myself around to give him time. I don't think he has the ability to manage this set of players that he has. If someone says to me the squad is shit, I'll slap you in the face because there's well enough bleeding players there to be beating the likes of Brighton and all these other shit teams. I think I was saying it on the live as well. We used to be a team where like the top 6 would come to Stamford Bridge in fear. Used to play for a draw. Teams now come to Stamford Bridge and expect a draw and nearly go for a win. That's how bad we've gone. So I can't accept that. Sorry, quick one in there because I will answer this one. Who would you get instead of Potter? I've got 3 people. Said it in me live. I said I've got 3 people. I'd have Zinedine Zidane. I know all these are probably not going to come, but Zinedine Zidane. I'd have Pochettino, who's available. Both of them are available, by the way. And the last one that I'd have that I think is probably unobtainable because you get to pay it so fucking much is Diego Simeone. And people could say, oh well, they didn't win this. They won trophies with Ronaldo and whatever, and fucking Poch failed with Spurs. No, I don't think he did really. I think he changed them around. He got them to a Champions League final. I know they lost, but he's done it with a higher standard of player than Chris Potter, as we call him.
And your top one of those 3,
Simeone. Purely for the passion that he shows on the sideline. He's a fucking nut job, and I love it. And like he's very similar to Antonio Conte, who was one of my favorite Chelsea managers. Just pure passion and doesn't give a fuck, and I love that. So that they would be my 3 options instead of Potter. I don't know, how do you feel about one of them 3? Would you think that either any of them would suit, Connor?
I don't think any of them would hurt. Again, it comes back to, is Todd Bowley trying to move away from the Chelsea that would sack a manager every 6 weeks, do you know? And try to
win his first 6 weeks.
What?
And then he done it within his first 6 weeks.
His manager. So I don't know if this is his new appointment where this is going to change and it's going to be a full rebuild, and we're not the old Chelsea of Abramovich where if things are going right, we just got rid of the manager. That was the first thing out. I don't know if he's trying that, or if he said it before, if he's happy having Chris Potter. I almost called him Graham there, fucking idiot. He's just happy having him as a puppet, as a football coach, because he wants nothing more, and that's all he wants. If one of these big names comes in, do they come in as a manager or do they come in as a head coach?
Thoughts on that commenter?
Suzanne's word, then you going for?
Wouldn't say there has been. So I think Pochettino still has a lot to do in football.
Big time. Especially Poch.
Yeah.
It's not like they're not like any of them are washed out, you know. Poch went on to a difficult situation, obviously at PSG, which nobody has really succeeded with. So I don't think it's an easy job. Yeah. And yeah, like Simeone I think it's more of a risk because of the money he's on. Plus, he's never really seen outside of there. I don't know if that passion only exists with the club that he played for. Do you know? I don't know how transferable it is to the English game. But it'll be more of a risk. But he's a winner. Do you know? He demands of players. This fella doesn't look like he demands of players, and he also doesn't look like he hits the demeanor of like a Jurgen Klopp where players want to play for him. No. Do you want to go play for Chris Potter?
No,
I wouldn't.
There's no passion from the sideline.
No,
there's zero from him. Like there's literally nothing. Like and even when like Chelsea go 1-0 down, usually you'd see the manager up directing things and moving things around. He does nothing. Like I don't see anything. And his interviews are so fucking. They're so bland. They're shocking. They're terrible. Like he's just like, oh, I like what I'm seeing from the team. Like, oh no, I don't. I'm like, are we watching the same game? Yeah. Like I'm sure if he goes home and rewatches that on TV, he doesn't like what he's seeing because it must look like a different game from where he's standing. because it's not the fucking Chelsea that I want to be watching. But yeah, I don't know. It's depressing times as a Chelsea fan anyway. Will we move off Chelsea, lads?
Are we finished talking about Harry Potter?
I mean, is there anything else you want to ask me about him? Because
I watched the game, right? And obviously it came up beforehand, but Chelsea were 11-5 to win the game.
Yeah. Before
our ball was kicked. Is that a sign of how far Newcastle have come in the last 12 months under Eddie Howe, or is that a sign of how inconsistent Chelsea are? Or is it a mixture of both?
I think it's a little bit of both. Newcastle, I think you'll see their price each week slowly coming down more towards evens now because they're on such good form and they're playing so well. Chelsea, you can see it going the other way because they are dropping off form. Like you look at Potter's results. I can't remember exactly what it is. Something like 10 games, 4 or 5 wins. But the wins that we've gotten, and I think I was talking to you about it, the wins that we got, we did not deserve wins. The only reason we got wins in them games was because Kepa played the games of his life. And like that was literally it. And I think Kepa actually won Save of the Month there the other day. We won them. I think it was Southampton or something like that. I can't remember who it was. But
it was the Villa one.
The Villa. Yeah. Great save. Like, it was unbelievable. But like, I just don't see it getting much better from a performance point of view because I think he's still playing the wrong system and I still think he's starting the wrong players. So I just think what you're saying is it is a bit of both. There is a bit of Newcastle getting better and Chelsea getting worse. So it's starting to bring it the other way.
I've seen. Sorry, I'm going to try back at you again, Kelly. I've seen obviously the changes he's made. The formation or the style seems to stay the same, but the personnel changes. What formation should Chelsea be playing in your opinion, and what's the strongest 11? Because I don't know what Chelsea's strongest 11 is. Probably Paddy doesn't either, and probably you would because you watch more Chelsea games.
Right, so look, obviously we do have injuries. So you've got N'Golo Kante who's injured, but Potter hasn't seen him yet, so he hasn't played with him. So he has to just get on with that.
He used him on FIFA though, and he said he was decent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think he's right 86 on FIFA or something. So yeah, he's good. No, in fairness, we do have injuries, right? Reece James and Chilwell. And if you notice from last season, the moment that Tuchel's results, or even this season, whatever it was, the moment that Tuchel's results start dipping was when Chilwell and Reece James were injured. He didn't have both of them as well. So it is a big thing where you don't have your two starting wing backs we were playing under Tuchel, which worked a lot better. To be honest with you, I'm still struggling to find out and figure out what formation he plays because our wing backs aren't really attacking, but seem to always not be in a defensive position. So it's like they're trapped in between the both. Like, it's very confusing on what he's actually trying to do. And then you'll get Mendy, who is probably one of the worst goalkeepers with the ball at his feet. And then he puts two people standing beside him and forces them to pass the ball out. We done it against Newcastle. Newcastle sat 3 people on the fucking edge of the box. And he still passed it to them 2 players. The 3 players were only waiting to sprint in and put pressure on them. What eventually happens is the ball makes its way back to Mendy and he just launches it out of play because he can't pass the ball. So it's a complete irrelevant fucking tactic. And
I was watching
your striker.
In the second half, I was watching it with my dad actually, and I was like, why is he playing it out from there when Newcastle had the 3 on the edge of the box waiting to press?
Makes no sense.
2 fullbacks pressed all the way up. It's like, why would you even bother?
It makes no sense. Like I would understand if you had the likes of Ederson in goal, who doesn't mind dropping the shoulder and trying to go past the player. Mendy thinks he's got a bomb at his feet and just wants to get rid of it because he's afraid the thing's going to blow up in his face. That's what it is. And he'll pass it out. It'll go right. One of them players is gonna block off that winger, so he's not gonna be able to pass it. So what happens is he comes back inside. The other 2 lads are making their way over. He's gonna hit it back to Kepa or to Mendy, and Mendy just launches it. And so what we have then is a massive gap between our back 4, our back 3, or whatever the fuck he's playing, to the wingers and the striker. And the striker gets so isolated. He didn't start Aubameyang because he's thinking Aubameyang's not scoring goals. He's not getting service and he's not getting the ball even close enough. He's having to run after the ball. He's covering the whole width of the pitch. Like, he's not getting any help. Like, it's just, I don't know what he's at. And it's not It's not entertaining. It's not good football. It might have worked at Brighton because maybe they were a worse player and people weren't expecting that type of style or type of tactic.
They work
Bigger
harder
teams
for
would
him at
probably, well, they probably respected him more then, I'd say, if that's the way. I'd say lack of motivation would be a big thing for Chelsea at the moment. And that comes down, in my opinion, to the lack of passion on the sideline. And maybe, I don't know, but I'm just going to guess, maybe a lack of passion in the dressing room, in team talks. That's what I think. I don't know. Now, a lot of it could be down to players conserving themselves for World Cup as well. That's another thing. But he just doesn't give me any confidence as a Chelsea fan. So I'm happy to.
Then you want to be selling all the fucking players if they're conserving their energy.
No, and you know what, Paddy, I don't want to sell the players. I think we have really good players there. ZH people will absolutely slay. ZH is a very good player. He's got a very good touch. He's got very good passing ability. The only thing he lacks maybe is... Go on.
So if you're just saying there that maybe they're conserving energy for the World Cup, you don't want those type of players playing for you. Because you didn't see the rest of the top 6 clubs having players. Look, because we're talking about motivation here. And you're saying one of the biggest problems for them is motivation. I've seen it at United with Solskjaer and everything else. It does come down to the manager. I don't think it is the players. I think the players just don't respect the manager. And that's where the change is needed.
That's what I think it is. And I think what I'm saying is that they're conserving their energy because they don't have a motivation to play for that manager. So they're kind of conserving that for the World Cup and saying, I don't want to get injured playing for this fucking gobshite. So I'll hold this energy that I have, try not get injured. Like you see Mason Mount. Mason Mount does not want to run after that ball. Raheem Sterling fell ill before the game. Horse shit. Didn't want to get injured because he's fucking little T-Rex running around. So these players don't want to play for power and they wanted to play the World Cup. And that was just... I'm not saying that that's why our performances and our results haven't been good, because it's not. Our tactics and our team selection have been fucking shocking, and that's why I'm putting it down.
I think, like, even all these players, they're playing for a place in the World Cup. So I don't think consciously they're going out there saying, right, I'm not going to give it 100%. But I think the lack of respect for a manager like that, it'd be hard to reach your full potential. And I think that's what you're seeing with every single player in the Chelsea squad.
Yeah, I agree. I can't argue. I can't argue with it. Right, will we move off? We'll move off Chelsea. We'll move on to Paddy. Something a bit more cheerier for you. Look at the big smile on his face already. Manchester United getting a jammy win, by the way. 2-1.
Great win. Great win. You
planned
it like that. It was good first half. Second half, Fulham were the better team, but never looked really like scoring. Like De Gea made a couple of good saves. But then to get that win in the last minute, it means no one's going to remember how Chelsea played or how Fulham played in the second half. It's just going to be all about that last minute goal. Well, it was for an hour or two until Ronaldo came out with his poxy interview. But another good result, another resolute performance from a Ten Hag side that you never would have gotten the last couple of seasons under Rangnick or Solskjaer.
Yeah. One thing now, I put a little post up just to throw out a few little nibbles on the Instagram. Martinez for the goal maybe could have got that. Maybe being a little bit taller might have helped.
Yeah, he's not perfect. He's not, of course he's going to make the odd little mistake. He's no Van Dijk.
So you're happy with how he's performed. Paddy, obviously there is a massive thing with Ronaldo at the moment. Don't go in. We won't go into we're going to look at the interview in a few minutes. But how does it feel that, like? No, do you know what? We'll stay away from Ronaldo because we'll cover it all. Shut your mouth, Paddy. Don't fucking say Ronaldo.
In terms of the match, after the first 2 games of the season, if you had a time, we would be finishing up for the World Cup in the position we are. I would have bitten your hand off, because I think the performances of the team, considering some of the injuries we've had, even in the last game, like missing 2 or 3 of probably the players where he would have been in the first 11. The spirit in the squad and the tactics that he has brought to the club, a manager that actually knows what he's doing on the sidelines, it's great to see. Very, very happy, man.
There's 2 players in particular I just want to ask you about. Actually 3. I'm going to put another one in there. Rashford, Martial, and Sancho. 3 players that were kind of being watched under a microscope, I suppose, last season. And I suppose Martial and Rashford for a little bit longer. Obviously, Sancho was only in the squad. So, say again?
They were severely underperforming.
Yeah. So what I want to know is, in terms of what you've seen from Martial and Rashford this season, are you happy to keep them? Because I remember so many United fans saying, time to sell them, get rid of them. Their work rate's not up, blah, blah, blah. But we seem to be getting something else from them this season. Are you happy to stick with Rashford and Martial? I know Martial's a little bit injury prone, but what's your thoughts on the two of them?
I never, even last season, I never said get rid of Rashford. I always knew there was a player there in him, and so I knew keep him. Martial last season, I did say get rid of him because I just thought I've waited for this great
Plastic
player.
fan.
I waited for this great player to come along for so long. But Ten Hag now has him. Unfortunately, it's still way too early to judge because he's been injured for most of the season so far. But yeah, I'd give him definitely till the end of the season to see what Ten Hag must be seeing something there. He does have talent. Does he have the right manager now behind him to get the best from him? Let's hope so.
I do want to ask you, I think we were going to look at it next week in terms of like looking at where our teams are at the moment in the league and how they performed. But I'm going to just ask you now, what's in terms of your hopes for this season? What are you actually hoping and what do you think is achievable for Manchester United where they are now?
I think third is possible, but I'd be happy with fourth.
Just Champions League? Happy with just Champions League?
Just a good cup run, even if we don't win a cup, just a good cup run, Champions League football and a good cup run, and that'll do me.
So do you think getting top four?
Sorry?
Yeah, Europa, yeah. I was going to say, do you think top four is your best chance of getting into Europe, or do you think winning Europa? I know you've obviously been drawn against Barcelona now, so it seems like an obvious question there or an obvious answer, but what would you think is the easier route for United?
I think we're good enough to finish in the top four. I think previously, when I asked this question in seasons gone by, I would have said, "Oh, the Europa League is probably our best bet." But I think now, looking at our performances, I think top four would be our best bet, and you should stick to your league performances. And anyway, a cup competition, anything can happen in one game. Barcelona next game, you get through that, you've still got a lot of good teams in it. So yeah, I'd definitely say top four.
All right, Conor, do you need to add that on to United? The United shit talk at the moment.
Garnacho, I just think Garnacho. Ooh,
are you sure?
He's a new Makeda.
Sounds like nachos.
I've done more than Makeda did already.
Did he not win the league for you?
I did say
he didn't win the league for us. He won a game for us. One game, he scored a late goal, and that was it.
I'm pretty sure he won the league.
He didn't win the league.
That turned it around. I played against him, by the way. Just saying. Right, lads, we move off United.
I was on one thing to add. Yeah. Fulham have fucked it now in 2 weeks in a row against teams from Manchester.
Yeah,
dominated the second half in both games, and after 90 minutes have shot themselves in the foot.
Fair play to them though for putting it up to them.
I know, but there's obviously something going on. Like the penalty against City is one of the worst decisions by the player, not by the referee, that I've ever seen. He's gone away from goal, stand them up. And the finish on the United one is great, but how they don't track the runner off the 1-2 is like schoolboy stuff. So they're obviously throwing loads in the effort that they've put into the second half performances, but they just need to show up shop, I think, a little bit more. And they almost came out thinking that they were going to get the win against United, and instead of saying, you know what, a draw isn't a bad result here.
Yeah, they kind of went for it a little bit too much.
Before we leave the reviews, I suppose, Man City losing, Arsenal winning again. Is it looking more like an Arsenal league this year?
I made a rash decision online. I won't lie. There was a Sport Bible posted and Arteta put up, and sorry, it wasn't Arteta put up. It was a picture of Arteta, and I made a comment thinking nothing of it, saying that if Arsenal didn't blow it, I'd shave my head. And I think it got about 1,000 likes, and now everybody keeps tagging me in it and pinning it and taking pictures and screenshots and messaging me saying I'm holding you to that. So I don't know what. Like, if Arsenal win the league, I'll shave my head, no bother. But they fucking better not. Like,
I've never want Arsenal to win
live on the show.
I'll do it live. I'll do it live on the show. No bother. I've said it. So my big stupid fucking mouth is after getting me into that one. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm hoping something happens and somebody gets injured or someone dies or something. I don't know. I'm gonna need a miracle there.
I think that includes like the eyebrows, beard, everything.
No.
For
Thrown
a Mac 3.
out. You're out of court. Thrown out of court for fucking ridiculous behaviour. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Yeah, lads, City dropping points. It's becoming a more common thing than I think we thought at the start of the season. Dropping a lot more points than expected. I thought with Haaland, they were just gonna bash everyone fucking 4-5-0, but they're being shown up in some of the games, which is it's actually nice to see.
Yeah.
So
and
for Ivan Toney as well, not getting picked in the England team, then going out and going, fuck you.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. And the Firmino as well. I was going to put him into be fancy football, and I was saying it in work. I was like, lads, someone who's going to score this weekend, Firmino, hasn't been picked in the Brazil squad, and he's going to want to prove it and stuff it up their bollocks, and he fucking scores. And did I put him in his fancy squad?
No.
Absolutely not. Oh, lads.
Him now with that much time off, he's going to get a load more work done. He's going to come back looking like fucking George Michael or something.
He already looks like a lesbian. Right, we're going to move off that, lads. We're going to move on to the fantasy football next. We'll have a quick look at the league. Where's my fucking mouse gone? Right, lads. We change a guard yet again. Paddy, you've gone top this week. Zoom in there so we can see what's going on. You're going ahead by 4 points. It's tight. Connor, you don't want to get your shit together.
I clawed 3 back on you this week, you prick.
Well, look, 3 is not going to get you very far. Paddy, let's have a look at your team real quick. See what the crack is. Talk us through.
I was
bench boost.
Mindful that I knew there was only 2 points in it, I think, before you were ahead of me before the week started. So I wanted to make sure I tried my best to finish on top before the break. So I've done my bench boost.
Fair enough.
So,
you bastard. You.
Rookie mistake. Average 43. You scored 40.
Rookie mistake. I'm on top of the league, motherfucker.
Whatever. Talk us through. Who have you got?
Newcastle's defenders again doing very well for me. Tottenham, Man City, bad. Midfield again. Almiron, Newcastle, well done. Martinelli and getting the points in. Rashford let me down. Fernandez, well done. Foden, good man. Haaland, your shit. Captain as well, motherfucker. And Jesus, I think, is getting thrown out because like he's great for the team, but he doesn't score any goals or get any assists.
He's been dropping.
He's gone. And then obviously there's the bench there.
Very good. Let's have a look. We'll go on to my team as well since I'm second. So I'm only 4 points behind you. 52 points this week. Not bad. How about 11 points for Ward and goal? How about that one? Tasty.
Wow.
Tarkowski shy. Gets into an argument with the fucking fans after the game. Frank Lampard trying to calm them all down. Embarrassing scenes at where were we playing? Upton Park, was it?
No, that's not a stadium anymore.
Oh yeah. Where were they playing?
They're away to West Ham, weren't they?
Oh yeah, West Ham, yeah. Whatever that stadium's called. Cancelo, shocking. Zaha, 0. Brought him in last week because I left him on the bench and he got 12 points. Said, you know what? Come on in, Zaha. Fucking gets nothing. Rashford, 0. Missed the pen. That's exactly what he done. That's why I have a 0, a big fat 0 there. Because he came on and the useless prick missed the pen. That's what happened there. Rashford, 2. Shocking. De Bruyne, 2. Martinelli, 6. Haaland, 1. Saving grace was Harold Kane with 22 points. Brought in Solanke as well because he scored. Pereira on the bench. Dan Bourne, I thought, bottom of the list, playing against Chelsea. Won't keep a clean sheet. 6 points. So, heck, yeah, embarrassing. Right, let's have a look at Connor's team real quick. Talk me through, Connor.
55 this week. Same as Paddy. I've kind of loaded the back 5 with Newcastle players. Well, I had 2. Actually, I thought I had more than that, but whatever. Poke on me 5, Share 7, Cancelo, Cody obviously struggled as well. Saliba in for the 6 points. Trossard did nothing, which is a surprise. He usually does something. Almiron with the assist. De Bruyne and Pereira struggled. Same as yourself, Collier. I had Harry Kane as my captain. Got me in there. 1 for Haaland, and then I left 4 points or 5 points on the bench. De Silva got an assist and Kurt Zouma. So not a bad day at the office.
Good stuff. We'll have a quick look at the full league table with everybody else in it. O'Sheen is still top of this league. He's been there for a while. Not a great week, though. 975 he's on. He only got 39 points. Collingham is in second, 39 points as well, and he is 12 points behind them. Callum Warfield came up to third. It's all the same lads. Johnny Murphy up to fourth. Conor Ennis with at fifth. James White sixth. Anto O'Rourke is seventh. Dean Fletcher eighth. Darren Stone, who I work with, is up to ninth. That's not good for me because he's in my other leagues. Anyway, and Colin Davis representing the Collins. Eric 10 Slags. Love that one. In 10th with 926, 28. So it's close enough up there, lads. Well worth sticking around. Sorry, we have a few comments in there after missing them. Don't know what this is, but I'm going to read it out. Lads, you just missed the Rand manager asked Sky journalists to go back and ask how his boss paid so much money. Will he answer to him about women in Iran? Then walked out. Not surprised, to be honest. Another one in. I wouldn't say Poch could handle the pressure at Chelsea and Diego Simeone. Football is stone age. Not sure Chelsea fans would. Hey, we had Mourinho for years. We're well used to stone age football. We encourage stone age football. So yeah, I think it'll work. Hermes the lucky LOL. Not sure what that was at, but we must have said something.
That was something I said.
I'm talking United.
Right, that's it. Are we going on to the thing now? The draw?
You're going to hear about what you think about the World Cup. I want to get your opinions on.
No, Niels. Sorry, Niels.
Forgot about the news.
Forgot about the fucking biggest thing that's broke this week. Lads, Cristiano Ronaldo, in particular, Paddy, you being a little fanboy of Ronaldo, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to get all your little clips of you saying that he's the best ever and you love him. And I'm going to clip it all together, and whatever you say here, that's going to be the ending of it, and it's going to be it's going to be a montage of pages.
Because you're going to be surprised with what I'm going to say here.
Right,
well,
come on.
Not really. It's just logical. It's logical what I'm about to say.
Right, come on, Paddy. Tell me what happened. We obviously saying that the interview broke with Piers Morgan. People are wondering how recent that was, and I know it was fairly recent because he says to him, you blanked Gary Neville the other day. Yeah, that's how recent it is. So, Paddy, what's your thoughts on it?
First of all, terrible timing for this interview. During the transfer window.
No, sorry, just for him.
Okay. For him. Well, in all respects, for him and for the club. But especially for him, because if he had done this after those first two games, what he is saying would have carried so much more weight. And if you think back to when during the transfer window, we said in 2 weeks you're going to hear it all. So I would say he had planned to get a transfer out, and then he was going to do this interview with Piers Morgan and fucking slate United. Yeah. That's what was going to happen. But he never got his move, and now he's after coming out with this, and to say that he doesn't respect the manager, a very bad move. Saying he loves the club, but to say something bad about the manager now will not sit well with the fans if he wants the fans on his side. But what he says about the club is brilliant, because it's what the fans have been highlighting for years and years about the Glazers not putting money into the infrastructure of the club. But
Paddy, hold on.
Sorry, just 1 second. Just with him coming out with this as well, if he had to come out at this after those first two games, he was top scorer last season. Everybody loved him. But his lack of professionalism this season, again, takes so much weight away from what he's saying in this interview. And why in the good bollocks does he pick Piers Morgan to be his spokesperson?
They're friends.
He's a fucking parasite.
They're friends. They're actually friends, apparently.
Well, that makes it even carries less weight as word then.
Right, hold on, Paddy. I am going to jump over and we actually are going to have a look at what he said. We might get fucked off YouTube for this. I don't know. This could well be copyright infringement, but look, if you can sue me, you won't be getting that now because I don't have anything to give you. So we'll have a look.
He has the sweepstakes money. Don't mind him. He's got loud.
Wait, hold on.
Of the club, they don't care about the club. I mean, professional sport. As you know, Manchester is a marketing club. They will get his money from the marketing. The sports, they don't really care, in my opinion.
Do you ever talk to them, the Glazers?
Never.
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 Not since you've gone back.
No. They give all the power to the president, the sport directive.
A lot of Manchester United fans are very negative about the Glazers. They think they're taking all the money out and not spending enough on players, on the infrastructure issues you talked about. Do you think the fans are right?
The fans, they're always right. I think the fans should know the truth, should know that the players, we want the best for the club. I want the best of the club. This is why I'm coming to Manchester United. This is why I love this club.
So, Paddy, he is.
We're still here.
What he's saying, yeah, we're still here anyway. What he's saying is completely true. Like you were saying there, it is something that the United fans want to hear, where they call out the owners, and they're you kind of want them to do that, because that's been the issue with the club for ages. And for someone of his stature and his following to come out and do it, it turns ahead, and it has been turned ahead. And like, I know you're saying that this is a terrible time for him to do that. The only reason I think it makes it look it's terrible, like, it's probably the best time for him to do it, to get a move. But it looks bad on him because he's not playing well. If he was playing well and he'd done it like you're saying, it wouldn't be half as bad. But because he's not playing well, it's terrible for him. But I think it's the best time he could do it, to get a move. Now I can't say that word.
Got a move without this.
I don't know, because he's been offered to Chelsea. Tuchel said no. He's been offered to, was it Napoli? I think Napoli said no. PSG maybe. No, PSG maybe for Lisbon, a Spartan as well.
How does this guarantee he gets his move if nobody wants to buy him or pay his wages?
I think he's going to just have to take a massive cut. I don't think he has a choice now.
But he could have done that anyway.
The main issue with him getting the move was someone would have to buy him out of the contract. United wouldn't let him go on a free. United are going to terminate his contract now, meaning they still have to fork up the wages.
Are you joking me? They will absolutely. But if they want now, they can make his life hell. They can just keep him now for the rest of the season and let him rot.
If that was me, if I was Ten Hag, I'd let him rot for the next, whatever it is, 8 months that's left in his contract in the under 21s.
Yeah. He can never play for Ten Hag again. Never.
Bad man. He's the best player that ever played, and I've always said it, because there's rumours that he's coming to Chelsea and he's favoured to go to Chelsea. And I've always said he was the best player that ever walked on this planet since day one, right? And there's no one else that'll change my mind on that. Lads, let's have another little clip of Ronaldo there.
They're trying to force you out.
Yes, not only the coach, but the other 2 or 3 guys there around the club.
At the senior executive level.
Yes, that I felt betrayed.
And you think they're trying to get rid of you?
Honestly, I shouldn't say that. I don't know. But listen, I don't care. I'm always, people should listen the truth. Yes, I feel betrayed. And I felt that some people that don't want me here, not only this year, but last year too.
I didn't hear a word of what he said.
I didn't hear anything he said there, lads. I have no idea what he said. Completely distracted with that one. Lads, we do have one more clip that we'll play, and this will be the final clip we'll hear of it, and then we'll kind of wrap it up, because we are going fairly long. I know the draw is probably going to take a few minutes as well, so we'll have one last clip.
I don't know what's going on, but since the Sir Alex Ferguson left, I saw not evolution in the club. The progress was zero. For example, we have an interesting point that how the club, as Manchester United, after suck Ole, they bring sport directive Ralph Rangnick, which is something that nobody understands. This guy is not even a coach. A bigger club like Manchester United bring sport directive, surprised not only me but all the world. Nothing changed. Surprisingly, not only the pool, the jacuzzi, even the gym, even some points, the technology, the kitchen, the chefs, which is I appreciate, lovely persons. They stop in a time which is it surprised me a lot. I thought I will see different things, as I mentioned before, technology, infrastructure, but unfortunately we see many things that I'm used to see when I was 20, 21, 23, so surprised me a lot.
Paddy, it's a common thing that we've said, and I think what he's actually talking about there is something that the United fans have been protesting against for so long, and it's not, James. It's an overall lack of investment in the club and taking money out of the club, which is what he's trying to actually get at. There is that zero money is going into the club and upgrading their facilities and upgrading. Like, they're not sticking with the times. You look at their stadium now; it's probably one of the worst ones in the league for who they are. Like,
look, the Glazers' top players alone could win you the league, and we've seen all the other clubs around us building their infrastructure up. Better technology, better facilities, and then you see them bypassing us very, very easily. And United now are left with a lot of catching up to do. But will this push the Glazers to pump that massive money in? Maybe there's a big change at the top now under the Glazers, new sporting director, who seems to be saying all the right things, better than Ed Woodward that was there. But look, it's nothing the fans didn't know already, but it's nice to see someone of his stature coming out and putting some weight behind it, that has actually seen there, played for the club. I've never seen anything like this at a club before. It's unheard of, and I don't know how the club are going to react.
It's great content.
I think the Glazers will be delighted that it came in the same interview as him, slating former players, slating the current manager. It kind of loses the weight that it has. If Ronaldo had to walk away, left the club, came out and did that specific part of it, it carries so much more weight than it looks like he's throwing his toys out of the pram. I wanted a move. He didn't give me a move, so I'm going to slate everything. It doesn't carry as much weight as if he had done it separately after leaving the club on good terms. As you said, Collie, it's perfect for him because now he launches this. He goes into the World Cup. He has a good World Cup. He's in the shop window, so he can get his move in January because he's not going to play for United again. Let's be honest.
He also launched his new NFTs as well today.
He launched his new NFTs as well. Yeah, it's but I think it shows his demeanor as well. Like, he sat on this last year as well. He didn't say anything last year when he was playing well. So the Glazers, you're kind of rubbing your hands going, if he said this last year and he's banging in 20 goals, we're up shit's creek here. But now he's left out of the team. It's easy to say he's just whinging.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's about time.
Right, lads, is there anything else?
It's two 45-minute episodes, and there's so much bitching in it. Like, if he had to come on and in one episode, give the serious points that were going on, explained where his grievances were with the club, because he obviously feels mistreated with what happens in his family, which was absolutely devastating for him. He didn't feel that the club backed him during that time, and you can understand that. But all this bitching about pundits and about even the chefs and all, and it's just like, come on, like, pick your battles. It's like he's bitching about absolutely everything.
But Paddy, I think sometimes we do forget that this person is a fucking human being, like, and the amount of scrutiny he's under from pundits like Gary Neville. Roy Keane doesn't say a bad word about him. I think Roy Keane probably knows how good he is and what he does. But the likes of even Rio and stuff coming out.
So you're saying he didn't deserve the criticism this season?
Look, there's obviously he's doing this interview for a reason, and I think that he probably does feel like he's been treated unfairly.
Collie.
Yeah. What's the question?
Do you not think he deserved the criticism this season?
Well, what I'm trying to get at is that he probably shouldn't have been playing, or he probably should have taken time off.
Yes,
all that stuff that's gone on.
Fucking politician answer.
Yeah, yes or no question.
We're getting to it. Give me a second.
Just answer yes or no first.
Maybe.
You were slaying him. You were slaying him in the episodes.
I would never slay Cristiano Ronaldo. He's the greatest player that ever played on this fucking planet, lads. All right, right. And I'll see him in a Chelsea jersey next year. So good riddance to him. No. What I'm getting at is, like, he obviously does deserve the criticism for his play. But I think there's a bit more going on where the stuff with his family is obviously fucking taking a bit of a toll. So I think he should have probably taken time away from the club rather than coming back so quick. That's what I'm getting at. His performances have been shite. Like, we all have eyes. Like, we know his performances are shite. But I think that it's maybe overdone by the likes of Gary Neville, because I think Ronaldo says it in his interview.
No.
They want to talk to him.
Sorry, I have to interject there, because the criticism wasn't about his performances from Gary Neville. It was about him walking away from the club. It was about him leaving in his car earlier in the game. That was what Gary Neville was giving out about. It wasn't about just his performances.
But he did, yeah, no, I'm referring to more the performances. The rest of the stuff is obviously a personal issue with him. He's not going to walk off, he's not going to walk away from the pitch if he's happy. So he's obviously got a personal issue there. Like, so I think the personal issues are the reason he may not be performing to the level he probably has in previous years. Even last year, I don't know why he's saying that they wanted him gone last year. He looked happy as Larry last year.
But
I don't get that one.
He can't come out and give out about the club and about he doesn't feel respected when he hasn't respected the club this year. He hasn't respected his manager. He hasn't respected his teammates. That's why I'm talking about this being incredibly poor timing, because at the start of the season, he had a great season last year, best player for the club, 20 goals. But
carried the club.
You know, dead right. He did carry them last season. If it hadn't been for him, he'd probably been mid-table, relegation battle. But then he acts so unprofessionally this year and comes out and slates a manager who was actually doing really well for the club at a time when the club is actually on the up. You know, last minute goal, things are looking good, and then big selfish Ronaldo comes out and puts all this out. It's just bad timing.
Paddy, do you think he's completely destroyed his reputation as a Manchester United legend, and no trophy would ever be erected outside the stadium?
Oh no, he's absolutely still, you know, for me, one of the best players that's ever played for the club. But the love he talks about for half the club, yeah, he loves the club, but he didn't love not to live for Real Madrid. Let's not forget that, for many, many years. And then he decided to come back in his toilet years and get a big paycheck. Yeah, he could have went to Man City as well, but he slightly preferred us than Man City. So that's wrong.
I'll tell you why he went to Manchester United, because he says it in the interview as well. I've seen a clip of that. He said that Alex Ferguson rang him and said, you can't go to Man City. And that he said that was the only reason he didn't go to Manchester City, because Alex Ferguson said it to him. So he had so much respect for Fergie to say, okay, boss. And that was his response to him, apparently, okay, boss.
Because Fergie rang him and they said they'd give him $500,000 a week. Let's not fucking be blinded.
He didn't go and pay 10 subs every week, like, you know. He's not.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, but look at it.
$200,000 a week, Ronaldo. But Fergie said he'd play with us. You tell him to fuck off. That's what he told him. So let's not. You're like, yeah. Look, he do not think.
I just think
he just wants to sound good on his interviews, but he's not. Like, you know, let's choose me words wisely here. I think he made some very bad decisions.
Widely. How ironic was that one? Let's choose me words widely.
I said wisely.
He said wisely, in fairness. He did, yeah.
I'll clip it.
Fucking hell. I'm gonna have to lose my train of thought now. Yeah, he didn't think this through fully. And I think Piers Morgan was the wrong person to do the interview with, because there was no. It was just him licking his arse through the whole interview, agreeing with him and feeding him. So, like the likes of the Rooney thing, why did Rooney come on and attack you 3 times in the media? Rooney never attacked him, but Piers Morgan's making it out, and then
must have.
But Ronaldo's not intelligent enough to say kind of, well, he didn't really attack me, but this type of stuff, you know, I don't understand why he's saying this or that. He attacked me, and it really hurts me. Oh, fucking get over it! Like, you're fucking one of the biggest sports stars in the world. You don't see Messi going on like a little whinge bag. Stop being a little whinge bag.
Because he's the GOAT. Because he's the GOAT.
What?
Debate settled. He's the GOAT. Lads, I think we'll have to. To be honest with you, I think we might be coming back to Ronaldo next week anyway. So I think we'll have to wrap it up, because we need to do the draw for the World Cup. So lads, we're gonna move off to news. I'm gonna I don't have a graphic done because it's not enough hours in the day. Lads, I have this little wheel thing. There's 2 of them, so I'm just gonna show everybody that is involved, just so you know what's going on. See 2 tabs up the top here. I've got one has the names and one has the countries. As you can see, 32 entries for names, 32 entries for countries. Someone put a fucking number between 1 and 10 in the chat, and what I'll do is I'll click this shuffle button. It's going to shuffle these just so everybody knows that there's no tomfoolery going on. And then I'll do it with the other one as well. So
just shuffle both of them 10 times.
10 times?
Just shuffle both of them 10 times.
Okay,
I want some interaction.
Right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, no, he said 7. The other one 7 times.
Said 7, so we'll go 7 for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Lads, what we're going to do is we're going to spin a wheel for the countries. We're then going to move on to a person. Do we go person first or countries first? What do you reckon?
I would say go person first, then country.
Oh no, I'd say
Right, okay.
country and then person.
Oh,
Oh,
lads.
what would you say,
Because,
Cody?
because if it comes out Brazil, everyone's going to be like, I want Brazil, I want Brazil. And then they'd be like,
Right, we'll go country first. Sorry, Connor.
Yeah. Sorry.
I need to write them down. All right, good.
If you're picking him, every time you press the button, can I go?
yeah. All right, lads, we're gonna kick it off.
I'll bend over. So
Fucking hell. This draw's gone south. Literally. Lads, what'll happen is I'll click the button once. This has been spinning since the start of the pod. So that was the other one. We've shuffled it 10 and 7 times. When I click it once, it'll spin around. It'll pick a winner. We'll remove the person, and then we'll move on to the next wheel. And we'll do the same thing until everybody has a team. If I fuck it up, which is very likely to happen, we'll revert back to where we were, get everybody back in and do stuff, but I shouldn't fuck it up.
If you fuck it up, you'll give me, Paddy, and you Brazil, France, and Spain.
The rest
we'll
see. I'll get Saudi Arabia. Oh no, what a clicking X. Right, lads, we're gonna get started, right? So we're gonna spin the countries first. So best of luck to everyone that's in the draw. I hope you don't get who you want, because that means there's more of a chance of me getting it. I'm in it as well. I'll actually go through the names real quick, lads. I know that's probably real that I didn't do that. Paul Higgins, Trevor Delves, Farmer, Darren O'Grady, Nesta, Boris, Ellen Steve. Just let me get through them, will you? Rob Hudson, Water, Paddy C, Aaron Gray, Smokey, Sean Brady, Connor, Collie, Chris G, Sarah B, Neve O'Grady, Big Paddy, Nicole Brady, Graham Masters, Lorna Gray, Glenn D, Damo D, Ado Brown, Jordan Murphy, Alfie TT, David McGuire, Al O'Grady, Delves 91, John Burtley, and Alan Kelly.
No,
there we go.
There now. All right.
Who?
Naomi now. I see Paddy.
No. Paddy could only afford one this year. So what are we going first? We're going to countries first.
Countries first, you said, yeah.
Right. All the countries are there. We all know who they are. I'm not fucking reading them out. Right. Best of luck, lads. First one out. Japan. First team out is Japan. So I'm going to move over to the next.
Remove
from that list. And we're going to... What?
I said make sure you click remove on Japan.
We're going to... Yeah, no, they're gone. We're going to build a tension here, lads. Actually, no, John Knox is going to go.
No, there's 32
of them. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Oh, Connor. Sean Brady.
Oh.
Look. So close.
I was shitting myself there. I'm not going to lie.
Remove. Right, back to the countries. Back to the countries, lads. I hope my internet's going all right here, because this is killing the wheels.
Struggling, I'm not going to lie. You have 2 spinning wheels on a camera, so it's not doing well.
Going again.
You pay for the good internet, will you?
Don't have a good laptop.
Ghana.
Some top
are you
teams coming out here.
these as you're picking them, yeah?
We're going to remove Ghana.
Yeah, no,
yes, I am, yeah.
Cool.
I'm the official adjudicator.
The receiver of Ghana. Damo.
Delves. Damo.
Remove Damo. Awesome. Right, back to the, as we can see, still toward the entries. So let's have it. And now Spain. Serbia. Portugal. So that is, and Serbia goes to Lorna Gray. Love to see it.
Lucky.
Right, we're back to countries. So we see someone here. Winning streak, yeah, absolutely. Winning
Qatar.
streak is right.
Oh.
Qatar. That's a shame. Qatar are going to.
This is me written all over it.
I already got Qatar in the middle.
Hello, Grady. Oh, tough. It's a tough one. Be delighted with that one. On to the next one. We have Brazil.
Here we go.
Paddy, this is
here
like, I'm like, who's going to get Brazil? Who's going to get them? Right.
Oh, come on.
Remove. And Brazil goes to.
Oh, no way.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh yeah. By the way, I didn't say it before, but if I win, I'm gonna take 100 quid out. I'm gonna give 150 quid away to somebody. So just so you all don't think I'm fucking robbing everyone. So Brazil for
Don't
me.
believe it.
Oh, you love to
Don't
see
believe
it.
it. Don't believe
That's
it.
absolutely beautiful.
I don't believe it.
I just want to apologise.
I was so close.
Absolutely no.
So close.
Right, lads, we're going again. Oh, this is great. That was
All right, I'll
definitely
take France. Come on. Come on.
Iran. France. It's France. That's Iran. I'm not having that. Oh, wait, I removed them. Sorry. And France is going to
Come on.
Ado Brown.
Well, Patter. Come on, Patter.
I have France to be sweepstakes and work. Yeah.
How did you get France
Oh,
and
Patter
Brazil in
Brown's
two
account.
sweepstakes?
Looking for point. Send. I don't know. Oh, because we had to get one good team in the other one, so there was like pot 1 and pot 2. So I got them. Right, I'm very excited that I got them. España,
I will take Spain.
Brazil at the moment. Spain.
Oh, man.
Spain's going to. Oh, Dev's 91. That is there. Move.
That's there, is it?
Yeah. Dara Devs gets Spain. And that's on to the next one. Sean Brady's in. Can I have me money back?
No.
Denmark. Denmark are going to.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Got it! Yes! Oh!
Fuck yourself.
Oh, that looks close. That looked
Fuck
like
yourself, Gordon.
I'm telling you, these are dodgy. I'll be going back to look at this. Right, the next one. Lads, I think I'm kind of a bit ahead of you or something because it's just a little bit of a delay reaction. I think the internet shit.
You have the
So,
worst internet.
keep going anyway.
What internet you have?
Yeah. Wales, lads. And Garrett Wales is going to Aaron Gray.
Oh.
Shady ups.
Go on, Ops. Still hate you.
Right. Next one.
Ecuador? Oh no, it's Mexico.
Mexico. They like to leave it on the fucking line, don't they? You know that. Mexico are going to. Oh, Glenn Delves.
He probably has a conspiracy about Mexico, does he?
Love that one. Be wearing his sombreros. Right, next one up.
What good
Cameroon.
teams we got left?
There's Portugal left, Paddy.
Second,
Portugal,
I'll go through
Argentina,
England. Okay.
England.
Portugal. England. Helen Coleman.
Go on, man.
Poor woman. Right, so who we got? We've Germany, Croatia, England, what? Portugal, Argentina, Belgium, Netherlands. There's still a few good teams, lads. We go again.
Some shite bags left as well. Like these.
Oh no, don't want them.
Yeah, here's one. Saudi Arabia.
Conor loves Saudi Arabia.
Every one of you. This for every one of you too.
Oh,
Paul
There you go.
Higgins. One,
Thank God for that.
we're doing whoever concedes the most amount of goals will get 20 quid anyway. So that might be actually not a bad one to have. If you're going to get a bad one, you may as well get an absolutely shit one. Right. Next one.
Oh, Germany.
I'll take the Germans. I'll take the Germans.
9. Germany goes to
Cheers, Jeff.
Nevo Grady.
Oh.
It's not a bad one to have. Next one, lads. Croatia.
That's not a bad shout either, I don't think. They've got a decent squad going.
Yeah, Croatia's not bad.
Yeah, there could be a couple of surprises
Croatia is
considering this time
going
of year.
to Graham Masters. Next one up. Canada. What are you talking about?
You really don't want.
This is one that Conor would love. I know he'd love this. Oh, that's
Now, Leicester would.
I'd love to see it. Leicester
Live
would think
reactions
Canada.
here.
You feel it, Paddy, because he's on dial-up internet over there.
Do I keep glitching on you? Do I?
Yeah.
Can you even hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Senegal. Oh no.
Senegal.
What about Senegal bringing witch doctors with them to try and make
Paddy, you're all
Mane
over
fit?
this.
Really? Are these Pogba's witch doctors?
I'd love to see it. Farmer.
What has them? They're like sanctioned by the government. They actually are doctors, but they do practice like voodoo, and they're going with Mane to make him better. Fair play.
Oh.
USA.
I don't want it though.
And that'll be going to John Burtley.
Oh Jesus, my nerves are gone.
Butterly.
The sound effects. Right, next one, lads.
Oh, Belgium. That won't be a bad show. Belgium.
And Belgium are going to. Oh, Trevor
Day.
Trevor Day.
I didn't know whether he wants the second name read out on live television.
Delves. All right. Sorry. Right.
Trev
Next
D
one.
sounds like a porn star anyway.
Trev's D. Australia. G'day, mate.
Lime and claw.
I know, Conor. I love Australia.
I can't be dealing with this shy.
Go on. Let's go. G'day, Conor.
I'm a kangaroo down, mate.
Oh, you love to see it. Get Conor in there. Big asterisk beside the name. That's fantastic. Conor, what's your thoughts on Australia?
Let's go. Give me someone good.
Sure.
Portugal.
Take Portugal.
Paddy's after slating Ronaldo for the last hour. Let's see if he can get
Portugal are
Bruno.
Portugal are going to. Oh, Nicole Brady. Okay. Next one. Pissing rain, is it?
England.
Oh, no, it's me fucking. Oh, England.
Come on.
England are going to. Sorry, just for anybody, we have Big Paddy, John Murphy, Alfie, David McGuire, Alan Kelly, Darren O'Grady, Boris, Rob Hudson, Water, Paddy Coleman, Smokey, Sarah B, Big Paddy. I already started there. Right, we're going again.
Dog.
Darren O'Grady.
Oh. The only team worth getting left now is Argentina, is it? Really?
Oh, wait for it. Is this hold on? Are we all right? We're good to go. We're still good. Yeah. Okay.
And
Netherlands.
The Dutch, maybe, yeah. I mean, if you're looking for a team to get run over as well, you might get Iran.
Switzerland.
That's a poxy one because they're not going to concede loads of goals, but they're also not going to win it.
It's a big boring one, isn't it? It's just boring.
I don't know if it's cutting off on you lads, but it is on my end. But
You'll keep it rolling. We can.
Yeah, it's all right. Keep
yeah,
going.
yeah,
Keep
that's
going. It's a
okay.
bit
Once you
jumpy,
say
but
it, yeah. It's going on.
We
It's
can't
running
hear you.
smooth on my end anyway, and it'll be smooth when we get the recording out anyway. So.
Yes, come on.
How do you?
and I've worked for
Lads, I'm
so
realistically the only
maybe
one
it's
that
fine.
has a chance here.
I don't feel as bad never getting Australia.
Ooh. Morocco. Not a team anybody wants. But a team that somebody's going to have to get.
Bored now. I feel like I'm in working overtime.
Would have been better if Boris got Russia.
Love it. You are gay. You are gay is coming out. Who's getting you are gay?
Rob
Oh.
Hudson.
Rob Hudson. Okay. Next one up.
Here's the big one. Here it is.
Argentina.
Oh.
I just
Can you make it
before you
flip
do it,
my
Paddy,
name back
anybody
into it?
but
Who's
fucking
getting-
water. Anybody but water.
Please don't be water.
Okay, I can live with Jordan Murphy. I can live
Jordan
with
Murphy.
Why not water? Does he always win?
Jay.
Fuck water.
Just funny to slag him.
Hope he gets
Next one
Ecuador.
up.
Or Iran.
Iran. Tell you what, I definitely wasn't getting Iran because I don't run it all. Right. David Maguire. That's a shame. Nobody wanted Iran. Although, in contention with the most goals conceded, possibly. Iran ain't that bad already.
I mean, England, Wales, and USA in their group, they could concede a lot of goals.
This is true. This is true. Netherlands. Who's getting the Netherlands? Alan Kelly. Okay. Only 5 left. Ecuador.
Here's water now. Come on.
Paddy Coleman.
Ah, fuck you, Paddy, you little dope, you.
Not much left, lads. Not much to write home about here. Korea.
South Korea. I think they're going to be a dark horse in this.
War.
Water has them. Better than Australia.
All right, next one. Costa Rica. Sarah.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Poland and Tunisia. It's like a Pokemon ball. It's a Pokeball. Tunisia.
Look more like the Pepsi logo.
And Tunisia. Tunisia goes to Smokey. Okay. And the last one for crack. Alfie T. I done it the wrong way around, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, we know. Alfie gets Poland.
It's Poland. just have to finalize the draw. That's it,
Stop
lads.
sharing your screen, so you might get you back into.
Hopefully, my
fucking
internet
this
returns to. Yeah. Will I read through them real quick?
No.
No.
Am I back? No.
Stick her up on the Instagram or
Will I
something.
read
I
through
don't want to hear it again. No.
Yeah.
Finish now. It's an hour and
Right, fair
15
enough.
minutes now.
Right, I'll end it because
Paddy would read through it if he got something good, and I would agree with him, but I didn't. So,
lads, all I know is I got Brazil, and how's it going?
Fix.
Lads, we're ending it there. We're gonna end it there. I'll post this up. Hopefully, it's better quality online. I can clip it and put it up. If not, I'll just fucking read them all out and post that or whatever. Anyway, for anyone that's watching, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit follow. Throw a little like button up there as well, because that helps. Doesn't help Anton really, but helps us. We're on TikTok as well. We're going to be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so you can catch this episode later on during the week if you want to listen to the rest of it. If you haven't listened already, lads, we're out here. It's been an emotional day. I'm sure we'll talk about Ronaldo next week, Paddy. So, just hold it back till then. All right.
As the weekend one said, save your tears for another day.
Yeah, as the weekend does say. Paddy, thanks for joining me this week. It's been emotional.
Thank you. It's been great. Thank you.
Connor. Nice
I'm just going to kiss the button.
Cheers, boys.
Oh, fuck off. Get out of here, Paddy. Right, we will be back next Tuesday at 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock. We don't really know, depending on a certain person playing football.
Say Wendy's
Go on, Wendy's. And of course, Celtic. So yeah, look, we'll be back the same day, Tuesday, probably 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. We don't know. We'll let you know closer to the time. So thanks everyone for watching.